Hey everybody, Arnaldo here, broadcasting from Fidelia's Frequency. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the May Vinyl Me Please selection of the month in the Essentials category. And that record is Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. Let's just do a quick unboxing. The Obi strip as usual, with a synopsis of the record. Then we have the front cover, which as usual is reproduced impeccably by Vinyl Me Please. Always a heavy cardstock, high gloss finish, and a tip-on jacket. I'll show you the rear cover. And then in addition, we also get the usual booklet with an essay, which in this case, there are no additional pictures or artwork like in previous releases by Vinyl Me Please, but just the essay, which they kind of make up for in the lithograph that's provided. A beautiful picture of Stevie Ray Vaughan by Don Hunstein on a nice textured finish type of paper. And finally, oh yes, I'd also like to show you the hype sticker, which gives us the information on this release, that it is the 40th anniversary of the release of this record. The album was cut by Ryan K. Smith from the original master tapes. Yes, it came out in 1983, I believe in June of 1983, so in a few weeks it will be the 40th anniversary of its release. And finally, the vinyl polyline sleeve, and it is on a split black and white colored vinyl. And I have to say, the vinyl sounds great. Dead silent, centered, flat, no issues whatsoever. Excellent pressing by Vinyl Me Please. I did have a little hiccup last month in the selection from last month, but that was taken care of by the customer service at Vinyl Me Please. But in this case, no issues whatsoever, and very satisfied with not only the pressing of the record, but also the sound. Unfortunately, I don't have an original to compare it to, but I'm pretty satisfied as it is with this release. A nice, full, punchy sound on this record. A little bit of history on Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan is considered not only one of the greatest blues guitarists, but one of the greatest guitarists of all time. Born in Dallas, but musically kind of like raised and ingrained in Austin, where along with his older brother, Jimmy, started playing a lot of the blues clubs in Austin. And it was a very well-known guitar. Both of them actually were very well-known, but I guess Stevie Ray Vaughan stood out more over the brother because he caught the attention of some really brilliant blues guitarists that were, that happened to stop by Austin, namely Albert King or Buddy Guy. So he was already getting quite a name for himself, but it was only locally, and he never got to the attention of any big record execs or major players of the game until he got a break from Jerry Wexler. Recommended him to the organizers of the Montreux Jazz Festival in 1982. They recommended that he perform on their blues stage. And so he got booked for that festival. And lo and behold, I believe that was his stroke of luck, because not only did he get noticed in an after hours performance at one of the hotels by Jackson Browne and his band, who actually offered him some studio time at their studio back in the States whenever he got back to give him the opportunity to record some demos. But most importantly, and this is how I became aware of Stevie Ray Vaughan and of this record, is through his connection with this album. David Bowie saw Stevie Ray Vaughan performing at the Montreux Jazz Festival, and him and Nile Rodgers decided that he would have been the perfect fit for the album they were going to be working on, Let's Dance, which all of you know is probably the most commercially successful album by David Bowie. Nile Rodgers plays guitar on all of the songs, but all of the solos, guitar solos on this album are by Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I have to say that David Bowie's Let's Dance was my introduction to Stevie Ray Vaughan and to this album, which was his first release, that came out probably a few months after David Bowie's Let's Dance. I think David Bowie's Let's Dance was out in April of 1983, and this came out in June, so just only 2 months after, at the perfect timing. And I have to say that it kind of like crossed over to the mainstream. I'm not a huge blues connoisseur, but I can totally relate to this album because it was on heavy rotation. One of the songs, actually, Love Struck Baby, became very popular and was on heavy rotation on MTV. So that brought Stevie Ray Vaughan to the forefront of not only the blues scene, but also mainstream. The album is a mix of originals and some cover versions. There are 6 original songs by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Probably the most famous one is Pride and Joy. And he does some really good covers of Testify by the Isley Brothers and Mary Had a Little Lamb by, I think it's Buddy Guy. So I kind of have to recommend this album to anyone who just enjoys music. Very accessible blues music. And I guess this was his debut album. This was only like the beginning of a career that was cut short only after 4 albums, but already here you can tell that he was bound to become one of the greats of not only the blues scene, but also, like I said before, an amazing guitarist. So I guess that wraps it up for Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, Texas Flood, for the Vinyl Me Please selection of the month in the Essentials category. So I guess I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.